Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode, and John, I've gone completely blank, 229, I think. Episode 229 of our Your Next Level Mastermind. And our topic for today is, what habit do you swear by? Okay. And you can have more than one. Okay. As for those of you who are joining us on the replay, look at these people here. You can see them, right? Alan and Kristine, Donna, Glenda, Anna, Vangelis, George, Mark, John Allen. These people here are here sharing their valuable time at their expense for you for free. So do me a favor and do yourself a favor. All you need to do is look underneath the video and see a link where you can book a time with these people and go and do it. We are talking about habits tonight, and one of the habits many people have is they promise themselves they're going to do something and they never damn well do it. Well, I'm asking you who are watching the replay to break that habit. Go and book a time with these people. Book a time with them and uncover and discover opportunities you never thought possible. All right. Now, with that out of the way, let's start with them introducing themselves so you can get a bit of an idea who they are before we talk about the topic itself. And Gabby, nice to see you as well, to see you arrived. And John, we'll start with you because you're always, well, you're not always, but you were generally the first person here. We'll start with you, followed by Kristine. Over to you, John.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, no matter where you are in this big wide world. I'm John D. Allen Small Business Coaching. What I do is I teach trust-based selling and marketing. And what I mean by that is teaching people how to ask better questions so you get better answers. There's so many businesses and industries out there that everybody sounds exactly the same. And when you do that, the only thing that people have to gauge you on is is price. You can have a choice. You can either be the Gucci and sell on value or Walmart and scratch with the chickens. The choice is yours. Most businesses want to be the Gucci, sell on value. If you're open to having a discussion on this, give me a call. My information's in the chat. Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, John. Did I hear you right? Walmart and scratch with the chickens. Is that what I heard right?
Most marketers today are out there like Walmart scratching with the chickens, trying to compete on price rather than selling value.
Okay, excuse my ignorance. I didn't understand what you meant. All right, thank you for that. Kristine, over to you, followed by Alan.
Thank you, Peter. Hello, everyone. I'm Kristine Best, and I'm a wellness strategist. You would be well aware of the people around you who are struggling with their energy and their concentration, mental clarity. And these people are probably also stressed out and overworked, which is not very good for their productivity in the organisation they work for or the business they're working in. So what I do is I help these people to heal and re-energise through my services as a mindset, nutrition and systems coach. And what that does is it helps these people to be more productive, and they can then commit and contribute better to their families, themselves, and their workplace. So that ticks a lot of boxes. I can help you. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, Alan Edwards, followed by George Norgal.
Hi, Peter. Hi, everyone. Normally, I tell you about our activities in the UK, which centre around conversion of relatively low-value commercial buildings into relatively high-value residential. Today, I'm going to mention about a project in Slovenia, which we're looking into, which we're discussing with Tom Prendergast of restaurants.com. And this will be to convert a derelict castle into a luxury hotel with additional accommodation on the side of the hotel. It's a very big site in a very historic place as far as Slovenia is concerned. It's very important from the point of view of their constitution. And this castle was operating as a luxury hotel, but clearly the economics didn't work. There were a relatively small number of rooms there. So at some point the hotel closed down. So now there's a scheme to reopen the hotel as a 5-star luxury hotel, but also have apartments nearby. Now this is in an area of Slovenia which is very popular with tourists. It's Lake Bled. So if you've ever been to Slovenia, that's the most beautiful lake with a monastery on a little island in the lake, overlooked by a sort of fairy tale castle. So it's just an illustration of the other things that we can do in Europe, which are not run-of-the-mill things, but where we create wealth from property. So it's all about economics, and it's all about making the project worthwhile, to invest the funds in the project to get a good return for investors. Cheers, Peter.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. Sounds pretty good to me. A castle. Wow.
You'll hear some more about it in the coming weeks and months.
Sure we will. Okay. George Norgal, followed by Donna.
Hello, everyone. My name is George Noggle, and what I do is, or actually, let me say that again. You know how in this modern world of business, there are so many different things that we have to do. There's so many trainings. We'll try this, we'll try that. And in the end, we just end up being busy all day, and we really don't know what to do next because our heads are full. What I do is I help gain clarity, taking what you've already learned and helping you use that first before taking something else. So I actually help you empty your head so that you can be more productive. And in the end, work 30% less and earn 25% more profit.
Always fascinates me to earn that much more money and work that much less. Very attractive. Thank you, George. Well done indeed, mate.
You're welcome.
Donna Burton, who, by the way, is speaking to us from a hospital bed. So God bless you, Donna. Thank you for joining us from that. Okay. So Donna, followed by Vangelis.
So I'm Donna Burton. I'm known as Donna the Astronomer, and I'm an astronomer and a light sky warrior. I'm in Coonabarabra, New South Wales, Australia, and I teach people about the night sky. I teach businesses how to take advantage of dark sky tourism.
Well, that's short and sweet. I like that very much indeed. Donna, well done. Vangelis, over to you, followed by Glenda.
Hello, everyone. I work with companies that are in the process of integrating artificial intelligence. A lot of companies are wanting to improve their key performance indicators, and a lot of people are sometimes demystified or mystified by artificial intelligence. And instead of getting rid of people, I work with companies to help them get their employees more efficient and more effective in their product and productivity and in the activities that they do at work. Thank you.
I don't know whether it was my old ears or whether it was your audio, but I had difficulty. Did anyone else have difficulty hearing what Vangelis said?
No.
So, okay. So could you just adjust that so when we come back to you later, Vangelis? Because I mean, I always want to hear what you have to say because it's so valuable, mate. But thank you for that. Okay. All righty. Glenda, start again, Peter. Glenda Kroll, followed by Anna.
I hate seeing you getting so choked up, Peter. Ladies, are you ready to unlock your self-esteem and confidence, shedding anything that no longer serves your journey towards becoming the best version of yourself? In a world where our minds are constantly bombarded with negative thoughts streaming from biases, external influences, and life challenges, it's essential to reclaim control of our mental space. And if you're seeking a transformational path to your highest potential, let's start a conversation today. Hi, I'm Glenda Kroll. I'm a life empowerment strategist, reinvention specialist who help women over 40 turn life's breakdowns into your greatest breakthroughs. Having overcome my own seasons of self-doubt and life challenges that shook my confidence, I now guide others through my proven three-step methodology: recognize, reinvent, and rise. My mission is bold yet simple: transform pain into power, rebuild self-worth, and ignite unshakable confidence so women can rise with purpose, lead with grace, and create a life that they truly love. My motto is simple: turn your struggles into strengths.
Turn your struggle into strength. I like that. I like that. Anna, lovely to see
Hi.
you, followed by Mary.
Yeah, sure. Hi. Who do you maybe have a bit of cash that's sitting in the bank? You don't know what to do with it? You've done it through working hard in a business or your well-paid job, or you've saved forever to do something to make a difference. Or maybe you've purchased a property and it doesn't kind of work for you quite. It might as well be a castle. My name is Anna Lipcheva and work with Alan Edwards in Alpus Group. We solve all sorts of problems around property, around planning, around building generational wealth. So if you have any aspiration to build wealth through property, or if you want to make your money work harder for you, or your property you've purchased already work harder for you, do give us a call. I'll put the details in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anna. So for those of you who've got some money hanging around, go and talk to Anna quickly. Well done. Okay, who does? Oh, Mary. Mary, followed by Gabby.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Stanley, the founder of Supported Minds. We unmask neurodiversity, and I co-host Optimize My Life. At Supported Minds, I work with veterans, families, and neurodivergent individuals, helping them overcome challenges, build resilience, and create fulfilling lives through trauma-informed sensory awareness and holistic approaches. My passion is helping people turn struggles into strengths. September 11th is coming up. Optimize My Life is hosting a very special series of broadcasts, remembering the day many call our generation's Pearl Harbor. It's time to honor the lives lost, the heroes who rose up, and the resilience that carried us forward. We want you to be part of it, so we're inviting members of all areas to be able to tell your story, where you were that morning, how it shaped your journey, the lessons you carry with you today because of those events. This is more than an interview. It's a chance to connect and share how resilience and hope lives on in each of us, especially for the younger generations that weren't born yet. So they know what it was like, so we don't forget. My calendar link will be in the chat.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much. And also for the work that you do. Well done indeed. Gabby, over to you, followed by Mark.
Hello, my name is Gab. I do web design, digital pretty much anything. And I basically do it through being neurodivergent. So I've been clinically diagnosed with autism and ADHD, but I don't let labels define who I am holistically. I do know there's certain aspects of things I identify with, but I like to use the power of neurodiversity to kind of encourage and uplift people to know that they're much more than just a label that has been placed on them. A label can be depression, it could be anxiety, it could be all sorts of things. But you don't have to hide behind a label to be fully confident in who you are. So how this ties into my web design is because I use the power of web design to really establish authenticity with a brand. And I work as a brand strategist and a digital strategist. So many people go and they buy websites, but the websites that they buy don't really reflect their voice and who they are. So a portion of everything that I do with my web design goes to public speaking now and being able to advocate for the neurodivergent and just all communities and just helping kids in schools across the world. So, yeah.
Thank you, Gabby. I must admit, I'm going to say this publicly, and I don't want to, I'm choking up with it. I don't want to embarrass you, but I have never met anyone who shares so brutally honestly about themselves and their struggles and their weaknesses and their strengths than you. And I'm just saying congratulations. The posts that you create are incredible. Well done, Gabby. That takes a lot of courage sometimes, and I think you're attracting a lot of wonderful people around you, and you deserve all the success you're going to get. Well done indeed. Well done.
Thank you. It's definitely not easy, and it's taken a lot learning and just loving myself and a lot of work. And Mary has been a really big portion of that. So I appreciate her for that. And a lot of other people like John and many people in this group have been very supportive. So yeah, it's just been very hard for me because I used to hide behind this stuff, but it feels really good to just be myself. So
you're doing good. You're doing good. Well done. Okay. Mark Inkster, followed by Daniel.
Yeah, well, the Strangest Group is your company to help you with marketing. We're your generational licensed to earn positions, so we're going to help you to grow multiple streams of income, generational businesses, and we're there to support you with our administration team, and we can open you up, give you the strangest market for your products, your services, and help you with our huge toolbox of resources that we have. And yeah, just pretty much help you to solve your problems. So that's what we're doing. Just welcome to reach out for a chat. Our positions will be going available very soon and that too. So I'm really looking forward to that. Finally.
Well done, Mark, and congratulations. And that toolbox of yours is getting bigger and bigger every week. So for those people who are not sure, reach out and talk to Mark. He's got a lot of things there that may be exactly what you need. Well done, mate. Well done. Daniel, sorry, over to you. Followed by
hello,
Brian.
everyone. First of all, I really would like to express my gratitude to everyone in this group, and I'm so honored to be part of this group of heart-centered individuals really wanted the best for everyone. So thank you to everyone. So I'm Daniel Kobryner. I'm a high-energy mental fitness coach, international motivational speaker, and the host of the Redesign Your Life Today podcast. After 35 years in international business leadership, I felt a real calling, something which was above myself, to dedicate my life to helping people unlock their true potential. It was as if every experience I've had until then was preparing me for this work, guiding others to break free from limitations and step into the life they were born to live. Today, I work with entrepreneurs, business owners, and executives, especially those over 40, who feel stuck, stressed, or disconnected from their purpose, helping them to regain clarity, confidence, and joy. Because I know what it's like to look successful on the outside, but yet being exhausted, off track in the inside. That's why I'm passionate about mental fitness, because when you strengthen the muscles of your mind, everything else in life is transforming. So with my 7 weeks to mental mastery and inner peace program, which is based on the positive intelligence framework, I help people in 15 minutes a day to become fully aware of their saboteurs and their inner critics, and to activate their sage powers. It means empathy, creativity, focus, and decisive actions. I help them as well to build resilience, so challenges fuel you instead of draining you. And I help them to create a life that feels good inside as it looks outside. I've seen clients making life-changing breakthroughs, moving from overwhelm to purpose, from hesitation to bold, soul-aligned actions. So if you are ready to stop running on empty and start living with clarity, confidence, and peace, let's connect, because your best life isn't behind you. It's waiting for you, and it starts with your mind. Remember, you've got only one life, and we all have to make the most of that. Thank you, and you will find my details in the chat.
Amen, Daniel. Let's make the most of the one we've got right now. Don't waste a minute of every day. Well done.
Thank
Brian,
you.
over to you, my man.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone else. My name is Brian K McNeill. It's important that you use the K when you research me. That way you get a lot of the stuff. But I am here because my mission is to help entrepreneurs and salespeople that have amazing services to offer. So many of them have amazing services to offer, and they do not earn nearly the money that they could or that they should. And very often the reason why they don't earn that money is they simply do not know how to sell it well, or they have a negative mindset when it comes to selling, or they're using antiquated methods to sell that no longer work today. And what I do is actually teach them what to say and what to do so that they can sell themselves, which they often forget, and their services better than they ever have before, so that they earn more money than ever before. And I do it through my coaching, through my workshops, through my talks from a platform, or my books. I am super proud of my latest book. Got published on August the 4th. It's called Timid Entrepreneurs Have Skinny Kids. Timid entrepreneurs have skinny kids. This is the self-confidence boost that entrepreneurs have needed. I am in love with the 5-star reviews of my book, and this book has been flying off the shelves. But the 5-star reviews say things like how it makes sense to them, how it did boost their confidence, how they understand timidity and entrepreneurship don't go together well at all, and what the timidity actually means. Again, my name is Brian K. McNeill, the Sales Confidence Coach.
Thank you, Brian. And I've got a little surprise for you. Okay.
You got a surprise for me?
See this?
Yes, that's my wife's book.
Correct. This book.
He's always higher than me. That's my wife's book. Yes.
This book is being used at our Thai village school to teach
Oh, wow.
people.
I got to tell her.
I mean, they're all Buddhists, right? And they don't really appreciate he's always higher than me, what it really means. But at the end of the day, this book is the most popular book in the village right now. And so I just thought I'd share it with you and congratulate.
Oh, I can't wait to tell her.
Thank you. All right. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Now, apologies we have for today. Tina Huggins, she's got a conflicting meeting. Our two doctors, Dr. Chris and Dr. Annika, they can't make it today either. In fact, they won't be here for another 3 or 4 weeks, actually, at this point in time. Yvonne Jones, she's going to be joining us soon. And Tony B, he is always here, but he can't make it today. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm sorry about the croaky thing. What habit do you swear by? Now, I shared one with some of you in a message before we got into this thing, and it's true, actually, in terms of the hardest calls I take them sitting on the toilet, right? I don't want to, reduce the professionalism of our meeting today, but at the end of the day, share with me what is a habit that you swear by? And I'll start you off by saying this one to you, okay? Now, this is a habit. Every morning, I say to my granddaughter, who is 12-year-old and my boss, I say, I'm starting work today. I'm starting work now. To which she comes in and she checks my calendar before she goes to school to make sure when she gets home from school, there's time for her. That's the habit I've got. Okay, I like it and it works and it makes her happy. And as far as I'm concerned, makes me a better grandpa. Anyway, it's pretty simple, but that's fun. Glenda, over to you. What habit do you swear by?
The habit that I swear by is always looking at the positive with everything that happens. Even in the grimmest of times, my mind goes to something positive. And believe me, my life has been hit by some really hard, terrible times, but I always look to the positive. Throughout my life, I looked at things in a different way than the average person. As many of you know, I have two siblings with special needs that I actually care for and have been for the last 30 years. And through those years, I looked at people with special needs because I was always exposed to everybody. And when I saw that my brothers were able to feed themselves, clothe themselves, bathe themselves, and I saw others that couldn't even feed themselves, I always looked at how grateful I had it because that my brothers had the ability to do for themselves and to think. So when everybody feels sorry for themselves, that's what I don't do. So when things happen, for some reason, my mind automatically goes to the positive ways of the sun shining. What is something that I can be grateful for? And if you can look for the gratitude in life, your life will definitely change. Thank you.
What a fabulous habit, Glenda. What a fabulous habit, because it's so easy to complain and feel sorry for yourself, right? And I think that's a great message. Well done. Well done indeed. And it's obviously come from years of expertise and experience. There's no doubt about that. Mary, what about you?
The habit I swear by is taking a step back and just being with my kids. As many know, these are special kids with many different gifts. And so for so many years, I thought I had to keep hustling, providing for myself, chasing that success. But what really matters are the small, everyday moments with them, the laughing at their silliness, listening to their dreams, or trying to interpret what they're saying, or just sitting in the same room together. One of the most important things I do is to make sure they hear me say I love you every single day on a regular basis, asking for hugs and kisses often. Not just when I need them, but when they always know that way their love matters and that they are safe in mine. These moments are my anchor. They remind me to slow down and enjoy life and keep learning right alongside them. That habit not only makes me a better mom, but it gives me the patience, the compassion, and the clarity to show up every day in my work and in the world.
You know, thank you, Mary. I am blessed to be able to host something like this because, I learn every time we meet from people like you and you share. And I just, in my heart, yeah, sure, I'm getting old and stupid, right? But in my heart, one of the things I would love to do is to meet every one of you because I feel like we've got a connection. And I really, really would love to cement that connection by giving you a bloody hug. I really would love that. And these sort of sessions that mean the world to me, and I hope they mean the world to you, because we live in such a distrusting and skeptical world. And here's a safe space for us to share some real, genuine care and kindness and expertise. So I'll shut up. Thank you. Brian, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. What an interesting question. What habit do we swear by? And Peter stressed this morning, you can have more than one. And as I thought about this last night and this morning, there's been one habit that's been the most significant habit by far in my life, one thing. And the habit that became the most significant, the habit that rescued me, the habit that took me from poverty to prosperity is reading 30 minutes to an hour every morning. Reading a book. And I knew when I started this habit, I knew I didn't know what I was doing. But I was reading books on sales and self-improvement. And one of the books said you should read for 30 minutes to an hour before you go to work. So I started doing that because I knew I didn't know anything better. And my income went up in direct proportion to how many pages I turned in reading. Even today, although I don't read 30 minutes to an hour from a book, but I do study every day via either YouTube University or something, or talking to somebody or some coach. But that has been the most significant habit reading for 30 minutes to an hour every day that you choose to work. That's what I wanted to share.
Well said, Brian. Well done indeed. Thank you very much. By the way, do you also listen to audio books as well as read?
Yes, I do. I think of them as mental protein versus mental candy. So I got to get me some nourishment by either audiobook, written book, or video. And the audiobook is great because I could do it while I'm brushing my teeth and doing other things. Yep.
Yeah.
And even what do you call it? Those TEDx talks. I love to listen to them. Thanks.
Yeah. Well done. Thank you, Brian. Kristine.
Yes. My habits, I guess, are a bit like what Glenda said, maintaining a positive outlook on life. But it's also about being you. So staying true to yourself. And I never, ever wanted to be like anybody else. Girls that at school used to think about, oh, I'd love to be like this woman. I'd love to be like that woman. I'd love to have this boyfriend, that boyfriend. I was not that kind of girl. And girls would love to wear clothes that were trendy, and I wore clothes that I liked. Whether they were trendy or not, I didn't care, as long as I liked them, felt comfortable in them. And I've always really been like that. And I guess, I'm happy in my own skin. You've got to be happy in your own skin. And if you're happy in your own skin, you tend to have that good outlook on life. And, challenges come and you just cop it on the chin and you just look at the solutions and not dwell on the negatives. Because if you dwell on the negatives, it pulls you down. And so it's not productive. So that's kind of how my brain works. And if there's a problem, step back as what's her name? I can't remember. Mary said that. Yes, you step back. And if you step back, not just to have time out with your family, but to step back from your problem and view it from an objective point of view rather than being drawn in and subjective. Just not get caught up in stuff. I think that's kind of how I work. I think that works. It will work for other people as well, if you can get into that kind of flow.
Okay, thanks, Kristine. Don't get caught up in the wrong stuff, eh? That's the key issue. Well done.
That's really, yeah.
So in a way, you're speaking exactly the same language as Glenda. When you think about it, you're both on the same wavelength. Well done indeed. George, over to you.
Yeah, the guy with the deep voice.
Yeah, I can't do it, unfortunately.
What I've been doing, actually more than once a day, is simply just sitting there and meditating. I've tried following my breath, and I find I'm controlling my breath. So what I've been doing is listening to my heartbeat, and with the purpose of one thing, listening to my heartbeat. And I had a couple of moments where it's like, wow, my body works all by itself. My heart beats, I breathe, my digestive system works. And it was like an epiphany moment where it's like everything's taken care of us and we just have to show up. So it was truly amazing. It was beyond belief, actually. So what I like to do now, and not to avoid doing what I have to do, but sit there and meditate and really connect with myself. And if you want to call it the divine God, it's amazing that insights come and we just know what we have to do.
Well said. Thank you, George. Well done indeed. Who'd like to go next? And by the way, congratulations to you, Mary, on your latest. I just saw it in the chat. Well done. Well done. big network opportunity for you. You deserve all the success you're going to get. Well done indeed. What about you, John? John D. Allen. Give me one of your habits as an ex-copper.
Learning to keep my mouth shut. I'm sometimes I open my mouth and the words fall out before I stop to think about it. And that can get me into trouble and also get me out of trouble sometimes. But the biggest thing is, it's like Brian said, we have to take time to educate ourselves and learn each and every day. Because when you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you rot. I had a guy tell me that back in 1973, and I couldn't figure out at that time what he was talking about. But when you use your mind and you keep your mind up and growing and everything else, that's what it really makes a big difference to us. We're very fortunate to have a young person like Gabby in here compared to a lot of us older folks that are here, young people like Mary as well and Glenda. We all have an opportunity to learn from everybody. And we can all learn from everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're dealing with the lowest person on the totem pole in a corporation or the top person. Everybody has value and could share things. So take time to learn from everybody. Again, when you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you rot. Thanks, Peter.
Ripe, you rot. What a way to finish. Thank you, John. Well done indeed. Well done. And congratulations to you too, Brian. I just saw this in the chat. Wow, we've got some incredible people here. Brian, go and read the chat. And for those who are watching the replay, so you know this, he is did I get this right? The featured speaker, is that correct? The featured speaker at the International Small Business Survival Summit. So well done, Brian. Congratulations, and I wish you all the very best. I'm sure you're slamming the aisles. Well done indeed, mate. Fantastic. Okay. Who would like to go next? What about you? Oh, sorry.
I think Gab could really share something with us old fogies.
Sure, Gabby. He just put you in, so I'll shut up and listen.
So I think you guys might think I'm insane for this, but I now, before I start my day, I spend at least 3 hours with God every morning. I will not work unless I spend at least 3 hours with God. So what that for me is, it's meditating every morning. So I literally have a very deep meditation that I do. And I just really, I consecrate my whole house and I really pray and I just thank God for a lot of things. And I use that time to love myself as well and just, thank God for the things that he's done for my life and just be the best person I can be. So I think that meditating is really big for me because it grounds me and it helps me spiritually know which direction that I want to go. So that's my big thing that I do now. And it's been a really big game changer for me. So, yeah.
That's fabulous, Gabby. That is really fabulous. It's interesting because many people want to meditate, but you know what? They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. They need people like you. They need people like Glenda. And to get them to come to grips with themselves anyway, or just stop them.
Or the patience to be able to sit and do absolutely nothing for more than 5 minutes.
So you guys know I'm clinically diagnosed with ADHD, and it can be really hard to sit down and just relax. But when I get into this place of meditation, when it's done the right way, what happens is it's like nothing around you really matters as much. That's just how it feels to me. And I just feel very protected by God. And I just know that he just has everything, So for me, when I meditate, it really grounds me with the ADHD, with the autism, with the anxiety, depression, PTSD, all these things that I've been diagnosed with. I don't let them, that's why I always say I don't let labels define me anymore, because these things were all things I was hiding behind before, but now it's I've come into myself and it really helps me feel good inside. So I spend that 3 hours. But another thing that is important is John actually connected me with this incredible lady, and her name is Mimi, Mimi Bland. So I don't know if you guys know her, but she's very sweet. She's been very transformative on my like journey and just in everything. And she's taught me so many incredible things. And for me, part of that is just being able to love yourself and switch your mindset to the right thing. Like I have all these quotes around my wall that are like subconsciously ingraining in me every day. And I have a lot of things that I told myself that were negative before. I know I'm talking a lot, but they were negative before. And now it's like when I walk in my house, I'm not thinking these negative things. And even when I have something negative come up, I can look at it, identify it, and understand it's just like reflecting. And like I can see where things are not right and just know who I truly am within. And that has been a huge game changer for everything that I'm doing. So.
Well done, Gabby. Well done indeed. You know, I didn't realize this, but 40% of the things that we do on a daily basis are based on habits. 40%. In other words, we do them automatically. You don't even think about it. I don't know about you, but I tried the other day to change some habits around. I always put my left leg into my pants first rather than the right leg, and I started doing it the other way around, and I end up a complete mess. Complete mess. Anyway, enough of that. Vangelis, over to you. What habit do you swear by?
If I look back in my life, it's like a habit, but what happens is it becomes an awareness and then it becomes a lifestyle. So it's not discipline, it's beyond that. It's just I've incorporated it or integrated it into just me. And for example, as I was growing up, my mom had a stainless steel party. It wasn't a Tupperware party, stainless steel. And the gentleman, Mr. Seiler, was talking about how you want to cook all of your food at certain temperatures because certain temperatures, proteins get destroyed, enzymes get destroyed. And he was giving us all the degrees and saying to cook food like that. And I'm 13, so I didn't quite catch everything, but it did something in me where I started becoming aware of nutrition. And when I was 21 years old, I started writing down every time I ate something, how I felt. And because there was no Whole Foods yet, and there was no internet at that time yet, there was this building called the library where you had to look up things. And then as I progressed past that, someone told me about, exercising. So I started lifting weights and the nutrition was there, the lifting the weights. And then I started going into reading things. And then I started doing mantras and meditation as life progressed. And then I started getting mentors. And there was no way that I could start all of that at once. But I think the habit is as I progress through life and things become attracted to me, my habit is to incorporate whatever that is, if whatever it is aligns with me and helps me to discover more of me. And that's really what it is. And it's not, I don't call it a habit because I'm aware. I've always been aware. I mean, when I was in third grade, I was carrying my books home. I thought, gosh, that's weird. I do everything with my right hand. So I started doing things with my right hand one day, my left hand the next day. No one taught me that. The idea came to me. And so I would just incorporate things and then it would just become me. It wasn't a discipline anymore. I didn't have to think about it, but I was still aware of it. And I still do that today. I'm ambidextrous because of that. I mean, I eat with my left one day and my right the next day. It's just things that are simple like that. And then I have several mentors that I can't see my blind spots, but that's another thing that I incorporate is to meet with people that can help me see what I don't see and stuff like that. So those are my habits and lifestyles.
Wow. I'm smiling, Vangelis, because I remember when I was at school, I broke my right arm. I was right-handed, right? I broke my right arm. So I had to start writing left-handed. Talk about ambidextrous, right? And to this day, I still use my left hand to write with. But I couldn't throw a ball from here to the other side of the room with my left hand. I'm right-handed with everything else but writing. So how does that fit with what you just shared? I don't quite understand.
Well, I think the other thing I've learned about life is the limitations and the falseness that we hear. I mean, I was at the gym one time and there was two gentlemen, probably in their 20s, talking to somebody 3 times their age. And the guys were saying they had this pain. And the other gentleman said, "Oh, that's normal." And I said, "It's not. I've never had that pain." And I started thinking how often someone makes a statement that's just not true, but what people think are normal is not. It's like I have an eye chart. 20 years ago, a guy told me about these exercises you could do for your eyes and to clear your mind. I could barely even read the first letter. I'm at 20/20 right now. So the whole thing that when you get older, your eyesight gets worse, that's false too. So I keep finding all these things because now I when I listen to people, I go, well, let me check that out. I'm not sure that's really true because I know so many things in me. If it was true, I couldn't do that. So it's a way of looking at life that you become aware and not make something so much of a routine that you forget your keys as you drive. You go out the house. You know, it's the habit, the co-pilot you don't realize that you have. So that's really how I look at it, Peter.
Makes sense.
It's motor skill learning, Peter. Motor skill learning, actually, if you do something with your left hand, it's like a mirror image program that you could transfer to your right hand if you wanted to. So it's just training the muscles and the neural pathways and your spatial awareness and stuff like that. And random learning is the best way, not doing the same thing time and time again.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for that education. Anna, what about you? What habit do you swear by, Anna?
I'll take a step back and I'll say, so there's one rule I live by, and this is refusing to accept an uncomfortable truth guarantees you an uncomfortable future. So based on that, I'm trying. I mean, before I was like, this needs to happen until Tuesday, and that's my deadline. And then I beat myself up to it if I don't do it. Because my meditation is I do things. I cannot sit. It might be an kind of diagnosed condition or something, but I cannot sit and not do anything for like 5 minutes. So when I see something I don't like in my life, I think of myself as an adaptable person. And if I want to go and be more organized, I'll find a mentor or find someone who's got that ability and whom I can kind of get the experience from. I do have 5 or 6 mentors for various things at the moment. I have a coach in the gym. I have various mentors, Alan being one of them as well, for the business we do. And I want to be curious, as Vangelis said, probably not so curious as you are because I still have my glasses on. I can't read without them, but it might as well be a limiting belief. It's just, being brave enough to see what the problem is and from an analytical point of view, like really have a clear idea of what the problem is, not what you think it is. For that reason, ask authority, ask people who know that. Old school, new school, all of you have read some of it, and have the discipline to do it, because not every change is easy. And if we don't change, if I don't do something different tomorrow, nothing's going to change. And this is something I mean, if I commit to a change, it's just happening one way or another. I might change the way I do it for the sake of, preserving myself and not beating up myself, but change is something that's one habit. If I have to kind of put it in one word, change would be the one habit I swear by. So pretty much habits, having no habits. It sounds like that, right? That makes sense.
Now, give me again. You started with something absolutely incredible. Say that again. The first bit you shared with us.
Refusing to accept an uncomfortable truth guarantees you an uncomfortable future.
Beautiful. That is an incredible phrase. That is very powerful. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. Alan, you got your finger up in the air. What's that all about?
Right, that's all about me losing control of my controls on the Zoom, so I'm having to do it manually. So, no, I've been listening with great interest to everyone's habits, and I think that they're all great. And I can't get over how Gabby has come on in her confidence since I've started to see her on the Zoom calls here. I'd just like to tell you about my habit, which is a daily one. I need to get my fix of endorphins. So I call it a day about tea time usually, and go for a run, and I just check reality, that I'm on the right side of the grass, that the trees are there, birds are singing, I'm enjoying time outdoors in nature, and it sort of refreshes me from all of the internet stuff that seems to be so much part of life these days. But no, it's a really great discussion, Peter. So thanks for thinking up these interesting questions for us to answer every week.
My pleasure, Alan. Daniel.
Well, I'm so much aligned with, what was said today. I mean, it's, and you see, the word which comes to mind, it's mental fitness. And it's why I decided really to specialize, but it's really all what was talked about. It's about, because really when you think, we have muscles, and it's really about training these mental muscles, exactly like we would do with the physical muscles in the gym. It's very similar, but we are not used to doing it. So the first thing is in the morning, practicing gratitude. I mean, just waking up, thinking, wow, I'm alive, and all the good things, and really just enjoy being fully focused on the present moment. And it comes with breathing as well, and afterwards during the day as well, because of course these thoughts, the negative thoughts, they can come. It's how to ground myself again. So and these saboteurs, they come as well. It's okay, this is it, but it's not me, it's a voice. And afterwards, how do you quiet it down? You breathe, you focus on something. It's really about, when people use the word mindfulness, what does it mean? It means being fully in the present moment. Think of something, you touch your fingers, and you would do this kind of exercises, for instance. And I've got this great app, which is, Positive Intelligence, and I'm doing it every day and several times a day. So afterwards I thought, wow, it's so good. So this is really why I want people to help with, because it's sometimes we need little tools. And I listen to these statements every day and several times a day, and I thought, wow. So it's about this, and it's about having intention as well. What do we want to do? What's important for us? What's our passion? How can we live it? How can we really maintain the direction? Because what's most important is to know why we do things. It's not how, because how this can change. But if we have certainty, if we have faith in us, confidence that we are on the right path, it will come. I mean, today again, things unbelievable happens to me. Just I'm sharing. I'm looking for a new flat now. And I come into this estate agent, I start having a conversation, and I'm just, I was asking, what are you doing? I said, I'm a mental fitness coach. Wow. Oh, actually, I'm just looking into this now. We had this discussion about half an hour, which was completely not planned. So sometimes I think when you are very relaxed, when you let go, some beautiful things happen. So I just wanted to share, relax, let go, stop the overthinking, be yourself, be authentic, and things will happen. There's no doubt. There's the law of the universe.
Well said, Daniel. Well said. Thank you very much indeed. Okay. Let go and let in the good. Thank you, Glenda. Well said indeed. That's true.
We haven't heard from Mark.
I know. Hang in there. I'm coming to you, Mark, and I haven't forgotten Donna either. And we've got 2 minutes left. two quick ones I do every day. The first one is I actually guarantee I'm going to learn something new every day. Guaranteed. I don't want to have a day go past if I don't learn something. And the second thing is I want to make someone feel special every single day. That's my two habits, and I swear by them. Mark, over to you.
Yeah, likewise. I sort of start my day like Daniel too, doing gratitude. And then all I do all day long while I'm awake is give. And talking about mindfulness today, since Daniel just mentioned it, wow, I probably gave at least 80 courses, free courses of mindfulness courses today to people, and I actually gave them on behalf of about 3 of my downline as well. So give. And yeah, and I just like to stay busy, stay active, and I just usually give all day long in different ways. It helps me to stay positive, and I always know if it's a hard day, I'm going to wake up again tomorrow and we can start again. So that's me, and it's keeping me going, and I just believe in giving, and it'll all come together one day, and everything, all the channels that I've set up of all the giving will create there'll be a lot of goodness happening. So
It will, Mark, and you will deserve all the successes coming your way. You worked
Definitely.
well done indeed. Donna, how about we finish with you?
I do 2 things. One isn't really a work thing, but
Oh, I'm having trouble hearing you.
You'll have to speak louder.
yeah, one of the things is my grandparents taught me is never to go to sleep angry, and never to walk out the door or let my husband walk out the door when we're angry. Always to try and make up. It's not a work habit, but it's a really good habit, I think.
Well, it could affect your work.
Sorry, Donna, my sincere apologies, but I'm having trouble trying to keep this going. Can I just say thank you to all of you for sharing from the bottom of your heart, for sharing what really matters in this world.